Today marks 1 week since a jury awarded a woman $6 million in damages for the depression and anxiety she says was a direct result of using social media. It was a landmark decision against both Google's YouTube and Meta, and the case made most parents question what can they do to actually protect their child from that same fate. So we have Dr. Brad Schwall. He is the president and CEO of the Center for Integrative Counseling and Psychology, and he joins me hopefully, with an answer. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. So let's talk about it. What are the dangers of social media?
Well, mental health and safety. So we have to think about depression, about anxiety, that threat of comparison, the threat of bullying, and those are safety issues. And it's so hard for parents to figure out what to do because there is pressure. They have other kids and their kids' friends are on social media. So it's a really difficult topic to navigate for parents.
It is, yes, indeed. Okay, so let's talk about the recent court rulings because they've highlighted dangers that can come along with social media use by kids. And so how can parents go about protecting their children?
Yes, so it is important to think about some guidelines. So think about age, think about limits, think about how we can prepare our kids, be aware of the dangers, and by being aware, then we can set those limits. In the end, it is about communication and oversight.
Awareness. I want to go to that for a second because from a psychological standpoint, what do you think are some early warning signs that a child doesn't have a great relationship with social media? It's becoming harmful. It's becoming addictive even.
Sure. We look for preoccupation, withdrawal from activities that the child normally enjoys. That comparison, they begin to show signs that their self-esteem is suffering. A sense of isolation, of feeling left out. On the one hand, social media can connect. On the other hand, it can create a sense of isolation too.
Yes, it can divide very easily at that. So I want to get back to what you were saying about peer pressure, right? Because all of our kids, they have friends, they want to connect, they want to socialize, right? But how do we put the parameter on it without making them feel like they're, like you said, isolated and like they're not a part of the fun?
Right. So there is a book, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt, and he talks about no smartphones till 14, no social media until 16. Each family is different. Parents need to know their children. So we want to focus on those limits, but also be in tune with reality that there can be some conveniences with smartphones. So by setting limits on time, no phone at night, out of the bedroom, so that way kids are not tempted. So we have to teach discernment, but also be aware that we can set those parameters, set those boundaries that help kids be successful once they do have access to the devices.
Let's expand upon discernment because a lot of the times, even for adults, we have social media and the algorithm will bring things to our feed that maybe we're not necessarily looking for or even following. And that means the same things are happening for our kids. And so how do we help them navigate when they're running into content that is not appropriate for them?
Right. Making sure kids understand what happens with algorithms. The devices are paid for by parents, so we need to see the devices as ours. So knowing what our kids are watching. It does rely on trust. So build a relationship where you have connection, where you are talking about these things nonstop. This isn't just about social media because there's plenty of other dangers. But the more that we talk and that we're in tune, then we can catch it in that event that there is something inappropriate. But we want to be ahead of it and know what is happening, what our kids are seeing.
And open communication. When you see it, have them bring it to you. Maybe you can block it for them, put those kid parameters on it. I think they do that on social media now. Tell me, okay, I think you touched on it already, but one or two things we can enact today. I remember one of them saying the phone out of the bedroom, which I think is probably good for everybody, honestly. But what's another, do you think?
Sit down and have a talk. Have a talk about what your kids think the dangers are. Talk about a schedule for the week, times when there certainly are definitely not phones. Ask your kids what they see with other children, other friends, and what they are experiencing. But set that schedule, set those limits, and work on that with your kid so that rule, no phones at night, you're engaging your child to help them understand that they need sleep and they do better when they sleep.
Yes, yes, and you know what? You have better discernment when you have a
Right.
little bit of sleep as well. Such good tips this morning. Tell us where we can find you.
thecentercounseling.org. All of this is tough, and we've got therapists who help parents sort through all of this. Follow us, The Center Counseling. Follow us because we have talks and we have tips. We want to come alongside parents because it is so difficult to know just what to do.
Yes, yes, so many resources. Thank you again for being here, Dr. Schwall.
Thank you.